so longs for you.
Hey guys, today I want to briefly talk to you about just proactively living in health. I believe that so many of our daily thoughts and behaviors and just habits that we have can magnify our negative emotions or suppress whatever is going on in our heart, where what we want is to go towards health, but we don't realize that what we're engaging in is actually making the problem probably even worse. I know for me, a couple of months ago, I woke up one day and it was a day that I was supposed to be really excited about. There were some really cool things happening for me in regards to music. And I woke up and I actually was pretty sad. And that's not a normal thing for me. I'm actually a pretty happy morning person. For those of you who aren't morning people, you'd probably hate me. But I woke up and I was sad, and that's a big red flag for me. I'm like, okay, obviously something's not right here. And when I started asking God about it, I'm like, God, I feel sad right now. What's going on? I just instantly started weeping. And I didn't know why I was weeping. And I felt the Lord just kind of illuminate that there's been a lot of disappointment and sadness and grief in my life the past couple of months, even just on a smaller scale, that I have not permitted myself to grieve or to acknowledge that I'm disappointed in. And what I'd actually been doing is isolating and watching Netflix and grabbing whatever was near that could suppress my emotions, and it was all in the subconscious realm. I didn't even realize it. And when the Lord illuminated that I was carrying a lot of disappointment that I hadn't acknowledged, I was just like, okay, well, how do I start to go towards this disappointment in my heart as opposed to suppressing? And I felt the Lord say, I want you to just acknowledge what you're mad at, what you're disappointed in. Just simply acknowledge it out loud. And so I just started saying, like, God, I'm disappointed in this. When that thing happened a couple of months ago, that really sucked. When that person said that thing to me, that really hurt. I really miss this relationship that was in my life. Whatever the Lord would bring up that I was disappointed in, I would just acknowledge it, and I wouldn't judge it. I would just speak it out loud and admit that it was in my heart. And then I started proactively going towards health. So even though these circumstances are kind of crappy and I can't necessarily change them, I can acknowledge them, that I felt something in that was negative. I can't change them. So I started proactively going towards things that would fill up the loss that I was experiencing, that would give me life. And so that day I went to my chalkboard. I have this massive chalkboard in my room, and I erased it, all the things that I had written. And on the top I just wrote things that give me life. And I just started writing proactive things in my life in the past that have made me feel fully alive, that helped me connect to my heart instead of suppressing it. And so, for me, I love riding my bike. So that's on the top. I love riding my bike. Cooking clean. I like being creative with cooking, and it makes me feel fully alive for some reason. I love laying on my floor in silence, breathing in the Lord, or blasting worship music in my room and sometimes dancing before Him. Working out, being in the sun, vitamin D. There are all these things that when I do that, I actually feel fully alive, and they bring me into contact with my heart as opposed to suppressing it. Also, not just things or activities, but certain people. There are certain people that I can be around that I can completely suppress how I'm feeling and just numb out with them. And I realize that those people are probably not good for me in this season. And then there are certain people who are edifying and uplifting, who help me connect with my heart, who really want to know me, not just the fun side of me, but know the good, the bad, the ugly. And so I started writing down the people who were healthy for me and the people who were probably not healthy for me. And then just day by day, once I realized, okay, there's stuff in my heart, my soul is hurting, day by day, I would go towards things that would fill up my soul, as opposed to making me feel, just like a zombie, or making me feel numbed out. And I did make a list too, what are the things that actually bring just death to me. And one of the things is numbing out with Netflix, or just sitting in isolation and completely checking out. I could easily suppress my emotions with food or with substance, whatever it is. Romanticizing, traveling, those things are not healthy for me. And this is so specific to you, whatever that list is. But I just want to encourage you, as you're going towards proactively seeking health, not just inner healing with your heart, but your daily thoughts and behaviors. I want to just encourage you to make a list, like, okay, what are the things that give me life, that make me feel fully alive? And then what are the things that bring death, that numb me out, that make me feel like a zombie, or just help me cope? And so much of this is a process done with the Lord and with the help of the Holy Spirit. And we don't have to categorize, like, okay, when I'm riding my bike, it's just, just for Janae time. And then when I'm reading my Bible, that's me and God time. Like, all of this stuff is meant to be enjoyed with the Lord. But I want to encourage you, like, do things that help you connect with your heart, that don't suppress your heart. And that's what's going to help you navigate through life, even when you're in the midst of crappy circumstances and disappointments. So proactively seek your health. Love you guys.
You satisfy me as I feast.